Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Um, if you're new here, my name is Khadija. And today in this video, we're going to be talking about a very popular, at least for me, like a very iconic TV show from the 2010s. And that is none other than Make It Pop. um, this show, like, literally is the reason why I love K-pop. Like, I didn't start listening to K-pop until like probably near towards the end of high school, but like I was obsessed with Make It Pop. I'm like so serious. I was obsessed with the soundtrack. I stayed tuned for every single episode. Like I was clocked in. Like I had a schedule. I would come home and Make It Pop will be airing on TV that night, a new episode, okay? And I would just be sitting on my couch and I stayed tuned for season 1, 2, and the two specials that came out at the time. I think there was supposed to be a season 3, but it never they never they never made it. They never made it. They canceled it after technically the second season. And that will, like, to this day, like 10 years later, I'm still like, we should have gotten a season 3. I feel like they had more to tell in the story, and that was heartbreaking as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old. Anyway, but for me, I'm here to talk about this wonderful, iconic show that is Make It Pop because I haven't heard anyone talking about it. I've seen edits on TikTok, but there's not enough because the show is so slept on. And I'm here to revive as a OG fan of 10 years, as a now 20-year-old. Back when the show came out, I was 10 years old, okay? I'm here to revive this show, okay? Because if no one's gonna do it, then I will, okay? So if you're interested, stick around for the video. All right, and if you are interested, if you like what you see, give this video a like, thumbs up, comment down below, maybe subscribe if you're interested. I won't promise that I will make consistent videos on my page. I won't promise that. I can't make any promises, but I'll do the best I can. But like, if you guys have any video suggestions, any video ideas, I'll be sure to make that for you guys. But yeah, like without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about it. But before we talk about Make It Pop, I want to set the scene. I want to like put the setting in. Like, picture this. It's 2015. You are probably in elementary school, heck, middle school, even high school, like depending how old you were. I know for me, when this show came out, I was in elementary school. I was in grade 4, grade 5. If you're Canadian, then like, and this show is technically Canadian. It's a Canadian it was made by a Canadian company. And yeah, anyway, I was, when this show, like when I remember the day they announced that this show was going to come out. I also remember the day they were promoting it. I think like at the time YTV was promoting a lot of shows at the time, like in the early 2010s. They were promoting this show called Some Assembly Required. That's like a hidden gem that not a lot of people know about, but like if you were watching TV in the early 2010s, then you know what this show is about. You know this show. And it's also on Netflix, depending on what country you live in. And also YTV at the time did like a summer special, and they were like promoting some shows for the kids at the time. And Make It Pop was one of the presenters, one of the promoters for their show. That was the first time I got introduced to Make It Pop, because they were performing Party Tonight. I remember it so vividly. I was like 9, 10 years old when this like dropped. I was like on the edge of my seat. I was like, who are these divas? Who are these icons? Who are these women? Who that in the back? Who the guy in the DJ position? Who that in the back? I was hooked on the edge of my seat as a 10-year-old, just watching these like beautiful, iconic Asian women just like sing, "So climb out your window, 'cause we're waiting for you. We're gonna party tonight." but I was so excited. And then after the special came out, then they did a teaser for their new show, Naked Pop. The trailer dropped afterwards, and I was like, okay, I'm watching this show. I'm convinced. I'm hooked. Like, I'm watching this show. I'm watching it. Like, no one's gonna stop me. Like, like, why, if you know, you know. And yeah, like, it was so good. Like, I remember watching the premiere. I'm not sure if like after the summer YTV special they premiered the first episode of Make It Pop. I can't remember, but I like, oh man, what good memories, good times. Like, but I remember watching the first episode and I was like, okay, this is gonna be my favorite show ever. Like, I just know it. It's gonna be so legendary in my 10-year-old brain. It still is to this day. Like, when you made an impact on a TV show like that, like even like a decade later or like years later, like, you did something right. Like, this show, like, it just means so much to me, and it's just so cute, and it's just so comforting, and the songs to this day, it still slaps. I might put you on to a few bangers. I hope, maybe, hopefully, if YouTube allows me, so I don't get copyrighted. But yeah, like, oh my god, I was like, oh my god, who are these? Who are these people? Anyways, so for the so that's like 2015, like watching YTV, that's setting. And also, like, 2015 was, a lot of people would say it's a more simpler time. That was still like cable TV. People were still watching cable TV. So obviously Make It Pop was a cable TV show. And, a lot of like dance trends. This was pre-TikTok. This is like pre-TikTok. So we were still on Vine era. We were still on Musical.ly era. No, Musical.ly came out in 2016, but yeah. We were still YouTube Vine era, where like, that was during the time of like, you have to do like a really cool trend. Like, people were doing the whip and the nay-nay, 2015, like the whip and nay-nay was everywhere, okay? You had to do like a really cool thing in order to get famous, and like, you become an overnight sensation during that time. Like, pop culture was like such a different time. Like, the games were slick. They were so cool back in the day. Like, yeah, kids were like, this was like Gen Z era, like young kids. Like, we were still going outside and stuff like that. No shade to Gen Alphas. Like, we love the Gen Alphas, but like the Gen Zs, like, they knew how to like play outside and everything like that. But we had a balance. I feel like Gen Zs, we had a balance. You know what I mean? And yeah, but now, like, obviously these days, like, you can do anything. You can just say something super wild. I mean, people were doing that back in the day too, but now, like, you just say anything or like do anything cool, you just look good, and like, you get famous. You might get some cash, who knows? Or if you have some kind of crazy story time in your life, and like, who knows, you might make a couple bucks out of it. But like, yeah, that's how much times have changed over the years, which is why I'm also making this video, because if you didn't know, it is the 10-year anniversary of Make It Pop when it first came out. This was like my long-awaited video to make. Like, I really wanted to make this video just because, like, it's been 10 years already, and I don't know, it's just like, I couldn't help myself. It was just, it's just so nostalgic. This show, like, is so nostalgic. And anyway, I've rambled on. I also took some notes as well. So like, for this video, like, I would know like what I'm saying. So if you see me like, see my eyes going like, look to the other side, it's because I'm reading off of my notes, because I took a lot of notes for this video. Sorry I'm not super prepared as I want to be. But yeah, I pretty much set the intro and everything like that. Also, so Make It Pop was during the time of the what I consider the daytime Nickelodeon shows, which means like it was one of those shows at the time on Nickelodeon that not a lot of people would watch. I think it's one of those shows that came in the afternoon where kids weren't usually watching TV. Depending, but like at least for me, because I lived in Ontario, like the show would premiere like Monday nights at 6, every week. Like it was like Makeup Pop was like a weekly show, I think, and like Makeup Pop Monday nights at 6 p.m. That's like that's how it worked for that type of show. But I would fall into that umbrella of for Makeup Pop being in the daytime Nickelodeon shows, just because kids at the time, usually they would be at school, or they would be playing outside, or they would be taking their afternoon nap. But there are other shows that were premiering during this like time period that Nickelodeon or YTV was premiering at the time. I'm just going to name a few, and so you would kind of understand where I'm coming from. So shows like Talia in the Kitchen, which for some reason, I'll just briefly talk about this. This show premiered around the same time as Makeup Pop. And the show in my area, it got canceled after one season. But then I Googled it, and I found out that they made another season. They did a season 2. But YTV never promoted the second season. And I was just anxiously waiting for season 2 because they never premiered it. I was like waiting, like, what's going on? Like, did they make a season 2? Did they not make a season 2? Like, it was so weird. That was like the weirdest thing that they ever did. Because they made a season 2. But YTV, at least where I was living, like, they never premiered the second season. They only premiered the first season. So I was left thinking that the show got canceled after the first season, which is so weird. But anyway, Talia in the Kitchen, fire show. At least I think I remember. It's been a decade. Every Which Way was the most popular one at the time. I loved Every Which Way. I still remember like being 9 years old, and like I like recorded all the episodes of Every Which Way when like the first season. This was like before binge watching was a thing. Like this is like pre Netflix, whatever, but like you used to, when you had cable, like you used to record things like movies or shows, episodes, and like you would just rewatch it. And I recorded every single episode of the first season of Every Which Way, and I was like, yes, spectacular, give me 14 of it, but yeah, it was such a nostalgic show. And season 2 was really good too. I honestly, I stopped watching after the third season. The third and fourth season, I stopped watching. I lost interest, but I remember the first 2 seasons being so fire. And then there was another show called I Am Frankie, but I actually never watched it. All I know is about this girl. She's a robot. Her name is Frankie. That's it. And I remember the theme song. And that's it. If you watched this show, let me know how it was. If you thought this show was your iconicness of a show, let me know in the comments. And then I'm gonna mention an honorable mention. No one knows this show. Very few people know this show, but I'm gonna mention it anyway because it's technically Canadian. It's called Ride. It was a horseback riding boarding school show. And yeah, it premiered around the time of YTV because it was like, yeah. I don't know about Talina Kitchen and Every Which Way. I don't know if it was Canadian. It did premiere in Canada, but I don't think it's Canadian. I could be wrong, but I'm going to mention Ride because it was during the daytime Nickelodeon show things, depending on where you lived. This show, from where I was living, premiered at night, but no one really like watched it. I watched like 1 or 2 episodes, but that's it. But that's just like an honorable mention. So, that being said, I've rambled on. This was a very long intro. My apologies. And yeah, we're just going to get into it. We're going to get into it, what the show is about, to refresh your memory. So, what is Make It Pop? We make it pop. Sorry, I won't do that. Sorry. Okay, so Make It Pop is about four teens: Sunhee Song, Jodi Mappa, Corki Chang, and Caleb Davis, who transfer to a boarding school called McKendrick Prep, where they all come together to form a girl band called XOIQ. Drama ensues for all the characters, but their love for music brings them back every time. And there are themes of friendship, music, fun times. Like the show was very girly pop. Yeah. Make It Pop was co-created by Thomas W. Lynch and Nick Cannon. That's how old the show was. Anyway, the theme song was composed by K-KOV, Thomas W. Lynch Jr., and Tamara Keenan. Additionally, songs like Spotlights was written by Matthew Tishler and Andrew Underberg. Cool. Yeah. That's no wonder the songs were so iconic. So these girls, they transfer to a boarding school called McKendrick Prep, for reasons I don't remember. I don't know. But yeah, their parents send them to this boarding school, and we get introduced to the characters. The main character is Sunhee. She's very, she loves the spotlight. She loves the attention. She wants to be a solo artist. She loves social media. Like, if you've seen episodes, like, with her performing, she's always having her phone, like, on her, like, doing selfies. Like, she's, like, live streaming while she's performing, which I don't think is that safe to do while you're performing. All the choreography, and, like, you have your phone out, like you're live streaming while you're performing. It's not very safe to do, but whatever, like, go off, queen. But yeah, Sunhee is such a fun character. She's so entertaining and hilarious to watch in the first season. I think by the second season, like, she's a little bit more, she kind of, like, dials down the ego a little bit. She's a little bit more humble. But yeah, she's still funny. She's so funny. She has an amazing voice. She's the lead vocalist of XOIQ. And her, like, I love her outfits throughout all the episodes. I loved her hair. I personally, like, loved her pink hair in the second season, but I also liked the pink highlights that she had in the first season, like her brown hair with her pink streaks. I thought that was a cute little thing, but personally, I do love the pink, the full pink hair in the second season. I thought she looked good in it. Anyway, moving on to Jodi. Jodi is, like, considered the cool girl of the group. She is also a fashion designer. Her dream is to be a fashion designer. She loves fashion. She's very creative. She's very spontaneous with her designs. I would also, like, at the time, I also considered Jodi to be, like, more of, like, a tomboy, because, like, she doesn't really wear dresses in the group as much. She mostly wears pants. There are times where she would wear dresses, but not often. So I always thought, like, as a kid, like, she was more of, like, a tomboy. In the first season, like, she definitely dressed like a tomboy, but by season 2, she was, like, wearing more girly clothes. But yeah, like, Jodi's, like, the level-headed one of the group. Like, she keeps it real with everybody. She's very, she's very humble. She's very, she's just chill. She's just, like, she's witty as well. She's just a cool character. She's just really cool and chill, and and she's also in a relationship with Caleb in the show, which I will get to very soon. I have nothing really to say about Jodi. I'll talk more about the other characters as we go into the first. We review the first season and the second season and the 2 specials. But yeah, Jodi was she was cool. I liked her. She had a nice voice. She was the rapper of XOIQ. She spit out some bars, She was awesome. And then moving on to Corki. Oh my gosh, I love Corki. Corki is considered the brainiac of the group. She's very smart. She's very like she's very literate, you know. She's very like studious and things like that. And that also stems from her coming from a strict household. Her father is very like hard on her, like, you know, like literally if you watch the first episode, she freaked out, like finding out like, oh my god, my father cannot know about me being in a girl band. Like, he'd flip. And yeah, I'm sure people who grew up in strict households can relate to Corki. And yeah, like she's very kind. She's like the kind one. Not all the characters are sweet, but she's like considered like the bubbly, kind, naive girl. You know, it makes sense because, you know, she grew up in a sheltered, strict household, so she didn't have those types of experiences with like girlfriends and like makeup and things like that. The first season, like, her wardrobe is very like proper, preppy, you know, like smart girl, you know, outfits. You know, she keeps it modest, very modest. Except like when she was performing with the group, she kind of like experimented a little bit with her clothes. She like only when she was performing, but outside when she wasn't performing with her girls and Caleb, like, she would be very modest and preppy with her clothes. Second season wardrobe, Corki is my favorite. Every outfit that she wore in every episode of season 2 was my favorite. She looked so beautiful. I loved what they did with her costumes. In the second season, it was still like pretty like classy, but like it was a little bit more spontaneous and classy. And like, I love the colors. She looks so beautiful. And you know, like, she was a lot more confident. I think it just showed like her confidence. And yeah, we love Corki. I love Corki. And moving on to Caleb. Caleb is like the clumsy guy of the group, and he is very, you know, he tries a lot. He tries a lot to, like, you know, keep up with the girls, you know, but he's very sweet. He's very kind to the girls, you know. He's very supportive of the girls, and he helps the girls out with the music. He is the mastermind behind every single song off of Make It Pop. He's the DJ. He doesn't sing, he doesn't dance in any of the songs throughout the entire show. He doesn't sing or dance once, but he is the one. He is the beats guy. He's the composer behind all the songs, all their tracks. He's the reason. He's the secret weapon for XOIQ's success. When we love that for Caleb. We love that. And like I said earlier, he is in a relationship with Jodi. They keep their relationship on the down low in the halfway through season 1, and then like near towards the end of the season, their secret gets exposed that they are dating. And yeah, it's cute. They're a cute couple. Honestly, I don't love Caleb and Jodi. I think they're cute, you know, they have their cute moments, but I'm gonna get to my favorite couple in the show is coming up next, but they're not introduced until the second season. So yeah, they're my favorite couple. I think I pretty much covered the main 4, the quartet of Make It Pop. We move on to the supporting characters, the side characters. There's Jared, Corki's love interest. Corki has a huge crush on Jared. Jared is he's very self-centered. He dates the popular girl, Valerie, in the early episodes. He uses Corki. He takes advantage of Corki emotionally because he knows that Corki is very like naive and stuff like that, and so he uses that against her to like. And it's not good. It's not good. Also, fun fact: the actor who plays Jared in Make It Pop was played. He was in Life of Boys. If you remember that show. Bobby Pirelli. He played Bobby Pirelli in Life with Boys, which, by the way, if any of you guys know how I can get a copy or the first season of Life with Boys, or even like the later seasons of Life with Boys, please let me know. I can't find it anywhere online. So let me know in the comments. If you know Life with Boys, if you're a Canadian kid, and if you watched Life with Boys back in the day, in the early 2010s, please let me know where the heck I can find the first season of Life with Boys. Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah. Corki and Jared, they do date in the second season, but then they don't anymore, which honestly, good for her. Good for her. I'm glad, like, Corki doesn't need him. Like, I wish he ended up with the other guy, which I will get to when we get to the second season. Anyway, moving on to Valerie. Valerie's like the mean girl of the first season. She's very rude to the girls. She like takes advantage of Corki, and because of her naivety, she she's rude to Jodi and Sunhee and Caleb. She steals Jodi's dance moves and uses it as her own for like a competition or something like that. But then Jodi outdances her and like she gets her title back. I'm like, yes, girl. Yes, Jodi. Don't let that jerk face girly take your title, take your dance moves. Like she's not original at all. And yeah. Valerie, like in the second season, like she kind of stops her mean ways. Like she's just like kind of, I feel like she's just kind of there in the second season. So she doesn't really have much to do in the second season, but she stops being mean to the girls, so it's nice. Then we go on to Heather, who's like Valerie's sidekick, like / best friend. She's like the dumb blonde. She's literally like, I don't know. There was such a big thing back in the early 2010s, 2000s, for the dumb blonde character. So like, there's nothing really to say for Heather in the first season, at least. But in the second season, she has a lot more to do. She's more of a character in the second season. Like drama ensues in the second season with Heather, and I'm like, oh no, you know. And then we got to Mr. Stark. I honestly don't remember that much of Mr. Stark until I rewatched some of the episodes for this video. But Mr. Stark he's a really nice character. He's really like, he's very like performative, like the drama, the theater. You know, he's very, you know, him and Sunhee are so similar in a lot of ways. But he supports the girls. He supports the band. You know, he's very funny. Yeah, he's a very spontaneous. Yeah, he's a W. He's a winner. Then we get to Ms.Diona. Very strict. She's the principal of McKendrick Prep. She's very strict. I've seen the actress in a couple of roles. I can't remember some of them, but she's a pretty recognizable actress if you've like watched some low budget movies or whatever. She might have been in something. I think she was in Dr. Dolittle 3, like in 2011, and she played the mom character. I think so. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, her character, Ms.Diona, she's very strict. She doesn't like any games. She's very against the girl band. So that's why like the girls, they have to keep their band a secret from the principal, or else they get expelled. They get kicked out of the school. So it wasn't until like later on in the second half of season 1 that she finds out that the girls are doing the band, and the girls almost get kicked out, I think, and eventually like she warms up to it, and now she's a huge mega fan, and yeah, it's so cute. It's very cute. She kind of warms up to the girls, and she's still firm, she's still strict in the second season, but she kind of like dials it down a little bit, and she supports the girls now, which is really lovely. And then we get to Randy. Randy is an interesting character. Randy is Caleb's boss. Caleb works at this club place in the show, and we never see Randy's face until the final episode of season 1. We never get to see who he's like a shadow, and he doesn't talk, but he's very strict with Caleb. Like Caleb like is like scared of him. Like, oh my god, like please. But he convinces his boss Randy to let his band play at the club, and yeah. And then we find out who is the boss of who's Caleb's boss at the end of season 1. It's none other than Simu Liu, which, if you guys remember, he's a Canadian guy. I know Simu Liu is like pretty much like a controversial person in media, but I thought it was cool. Like, I didn't even know who he was. I mean, I was 10. Like, how would a 10-year-old know who Simu Liu was, you know? Anyway. But anyway, it was cool. And yeah, Nick Cannon also made a cameo at the end of the first season. So yeah, but he's I think, I'm not sure if they replaced him with somebody else. Yeah, Nick Cannon's character is like a super mega music producer that wants to sign the girls, but I don't know if he gets replaced by another actor. I can't remember, but yeah, it was interesting. Yeah. Anyway, and then so the conflict of the first season. So as I told you earlier, Corki's dad, very very strict on Corki, you know, and she's like has to keep it a secret or else she gets sent back to China, I think. Sorry, I know the girls are Asian, but I can't tell. Well, anyway, sorry. Before this video gets canceled, I'm gonna stop. Anyway, he warms up to Corki at the end, and so I think it's really cute. By the second season, he comes to Corki's performances and to like cheer her on. Like, he doesn't like dance or whatever, but like he has this smile on his face. It's very cute. I love how the relationship evolved. And yeah, Jodi and Caleb secretly date. They hide their feelings. They have feelings for each other, and then they date. Like I said, I don't have much to say about Caleb and Jodi. Like, they're cute or whatever. I don't really care for them. And then Sunhee is trying to promote XYQ. Like, she wants, obviously, because she's Sunhee. She wants her band and herself to be like the big superstars. And yeah, you know what I mean? And then Corki has this thing with Jared. She likes him, and then yeah, she plays with her feelings a lot, and it's not good. Corki doesn't deserve that, you know. And I hate that they kind of dated in the second season, but then she broke up with him, so it was all good. It was all fine. She didn't deserve that, you know. Anyway, okay, that's pretty much a review of season 1. It was a very fun season. Like, great introduction to the characters, and the songs were fire, which I will get to. And yeah, we loved the first season. It's not my favorite season. Season 2 is my favorite. There was a lot more drama. There's a lot going on in the second season. It's my favorite, but season 1 was nice. I rated a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, it was really, really, really cool. Really cool. Now we move on to the song portion, because obviously Make It Pop is a musical show, so we have to talk about the songs. I'm gonna mention like the honorable mentions of. This was pretty hard because the songs in season 1 were pretty good, but I'll just mention the honorable mentions. There's a song called "Girls At," like the logo, like "Girls At." You know what I mean? Literally, do not remember this song. I don't remember how it goes. Like, it's so forgotten, and that's saying something, because I remember all the songs, but for some reason that's the only song from the soundtrack that I don't remember. But anyway, then we go to Superstar. We love Superstar. I love Superstar, but it was okay. I like it though. I really do. And then we get to The Rules. The rules. I like it. I like that song, but it's not my favorite. Now we get to the top 13 best songs of season 1. My opinion. In my opinion, this is just my list. Feel free to put your favorite Make It Pop song in the comments down below. Your favorite Make It Pop season 1 song. Put it in the comments, your favorite Make It Pop season 1 song, your favorite Make It Pop season 2 song, and heck, even your favorite Make It Pop song from the summer special and the Christmas special. Please put that in the comments down below. I would love that. I would love to hear your opinions. But okay, so number 13 we have, of course, the show title, Make It Pop. I love it. I love it so much. I think it's really nice. Really lovely to see the just the introduction of who these girls are, what they came to do. It, like, you know, they just came to serve. They just came to serve vocals, and they just came to serve wardrobe. It's a good time. It's a good song. Number 12 is Now I'm Here, the Sunhee version. This, hear me out. It's not to say that I prefer the Jodi version of Now I'm Here over Sunghee's version. This is just my favorite version. Because the show would repeat the songs. Like, the first half we would get introduced to the new songs, and then the second half they would re-sing the songs, but in like a different way. But I prefer the Sunhee version because her vocals, like Sunhee's voice, sounds so beautiful in that version. And it's from the pilot episode. It's so good. And then we go, number 11 is Looking for Love. All around the world, people looking for love. We love Looking for Love. I love it. It's very nice. Number 10. This is the top 10. We're at the top 10. Okay? Listen. Get It Right from one of the early episodes. It goes, get it right, do it all again. This time. It's about, like, the girls, like, you know, I remember the episode, like, Sunhee and Jodi, like, they failed their chemistry test or something, and then Corki helps them study to pass, and then this song plays. Like, it's a cute little bop. It's a cute little bop. Then number 9 we have How I'm Made, the Sunhee version. They did another version in the second half, but I like Sunhee's version a lot. Sunhee just knows how to serve. She just knows how to serve. I loved her in that video, in that song. Like, she knew who she was. Like, it's about, I remember the episode. I remember, like, I think, like, Sunhee does an IQ test, and then she realized she's, like, a genius, and then she makes it her whole personality the entire episode, and this song plays, and I'm like, yes, you know, work, slay, do that, by the way. Anyway, How I Made, we love Sunhee's version. Number 8, Number 8 is Party Tonight. We love Party Tonight. It is so K-pop coded. The show in general is K-pop coded, but the song is so K-pop. Like, it's so K-pop. I love the outfits that they wore in the video. I was like, yes. I actually learned all the choreography. Not all the choreography of Make It Pop, but I learned most of the choreography because of Make It Pop. That's the impact. That's the cultural impact of Make It Pop. Anyway, yeah, we love Party Tonight, which I mentioned earlier in the video. Like, they promoted that song for their show. We love Party Tonight. Number 7 is Love 'Em Boys. We love girls who support boys, who are hyping up boys, you know? You know, we love this is such a positive, like, empowerment song to, like, hype up the boys. We love all types of boys. We love good boys. We love jock boys. We love smart boys. We love cool boys. Like, yes, like, we love our boys. I think I prefer the XOIQ version, because I remember there was, in the second half, they sang it again, but with the guys. Jared was on that song, and I was like, no, I was turned off. I like the first version of Love 'Em Boys. We love Love 'Em Boys. That is definitely deserves to be in this number 7 I can't count, guys. I'm bad at math. Like, number 7. Number 6, we have Let's Make a Change. This is one of the most underrated Mega Pop songs of all time. Let's make a change tonight. Nobody in the Mega Pop community ever talks about Let's Make a Change, and I'm here to bring that back because we love Let's Make a Change. We love Let's Make a Change. Okay. Yeah, so good. It's about like standing up for what you believe in, like, especially like as a 10-year-old, like, yeah, stand up for what you believe in. You know, we need to make a change in our world, in the school. Like, hello, like that needs to happen. It has to. Anyway, now we go on to number 5, my top 5 favorite season 1 Mega Pop songs. Number 5 is Do It. We love Do It. I loved Do It as a kid. I'ma do it all night. I'ma do it how we want. We love Do It. I love Do It. Oh, it premiered in one of the early episodes of Mega Pop. I think it was episode 2, 3. So good, so good. I think there was some like hip hop influence in that song for sure. I'm like, yes, please, yes, ma'am. This is one of their best songs in general. Number 4, Skills, which like premiered. We love Skills. Like Jodi, this is Jodi's song for sure. Like she ate that song up. Like that was definitely a Jodi song. Like if I would have like certain songs for each of the characters, like where they shine through, I definitely think Jodi that like claims Skills. That is definitely a Jodi song. We love Skills. I love. Number 3 is Friday Night. Friday night, it feels alright, let's do it again. We love Friday Night. It's so catchy. It's so cutesy. We love. They ate. Well, I love the performance that they did for that song. It's just so good. It's just so like catchy. It's so cute. And I remember like there was a part in the performance where the principal was like bopping her head, like, but she was like stopping herself, like, no, I'm not supposed to like this. But it's so cute. I love Friday nights. And oh, this is a key detail in the first season that I remember. Since like Corki wasn't allowed, she didn't want her dad to know that she was in a band. She wore a mask. If you remember, Corki was wearing a mask in one of the early performances to hide like her identity. And I think it started like this big thing. Emma Kendrick, like they were like, who's the mystery girl in the mask? Who's the girl in the mask? Like everybody was on to Make It Pop. Like, who's the girl in the mask? Who's the secret girl? They were streaming it, and yeah, it was like a big thing in the school. And I was like, oh man, I was nervous for Corki because I didn't want her to get in trouble with her dad. I didn't want her to get kicked out of Make It Pop. That's how invested I was in Make It Pop. Okay. Anyway, number 2, Spotlight. Turn up the spotlight. Turn on our way. We love Spotlight. I love Spotlight. This premiered on the pilot episode of Make It Pop. So good. So good. Masterpiece. Like, everybody served their vocals, and there was a rap. Everybody did what they had to do on that song, on that record. Like, so good. I get it, I bet it, we're gonna be stars one day. Yes, you are. You should have been stars. They should have went on tour. Like, honestly, Make It Pop, XYQ, they should have did a Canadian US tour. That would have honestly made the show a lot more popular than it did if they actually promoted it well. Because the songs were actually good. If they actually performed, like, if they went on a Canadian or US tour or something, like, honest to God, or even like a European tour, like, honestly, the show should have been bigger than it already was at the time. No wonder the show was so slept on. Oh my god, ew. And the number one song from the first season, Make It Pop, is of course a fan favorite, Light It Up. We love Light It Up. Light it up, light it up. I wanna see it. Whoa. Light it up, light it up, light it up, all that. Okay. Her. Anyway. We love Light It Up. The performance, not only is this song so good, like the production, from the music production to the performance to everything, like to the wardrobe, to like, it's just so good. It's so well done. It's such a well done song. It's one of their best. Like, it's so wonderful. I love the outfits they wore. Like, it was like a jewelry silver like space outfits that they wore in when they were performing Light It Up. So good, so good. Oh my god. And then also I wanted to mention my other two favorite number ones is United, Who We Are. It's time to show them who we are, and then Baby, do you know my name? That's like, I think that's probably the only ballad in the first season. But they ate. I love Sunhee's version, and I also like Corki's version. Technically XOIQ's version, because like they all have a verse, and when they sing it the second time. Oh man. Oh, I forgot to mention. There's a song that I also love. This was really hard to rank. All the songs in Make It Pop, except for Girls App, that's my least favorite, sorry. But all the songs on Make It Pop were so good. This was really hard to do. I also wanted to mention one of my other favorites is, I can't remember the title, but it goes, Am I really falling for you? They say you know that it's true. But what I'm feeling is just also brand new. They say you'll know when it's right. But I never been here before. I never tried. Sorry, I can't remember what this love is about. What's the name of the song? That's the name of the song. It's so good. I love that song. It's one of my favorites. I should have put that on the list. My fault. But yeah, okay. Before we get to season 2, which is my favorite season in the show, I wanted to mention the Christmas special, because it is important to mention the Christmas special because it comes in. It's a good setup for season 2, so don't skip this one. Y'all better make sure you watch the Christmas special, because it's very important to watch the Christmas special, because like we get introduced to the new character in season 2, so it's very important y'all like watch the Christmas special. And also the songs in it were just so good in the Christmas special, like, so you better have been watching the Christmas special when it aired. Okay, anyway, yeah, so a new character was introduced, Linc Harrison. He doesn't have many speaking lines. In he's like the mystery boy, but we know that he's gonna be Sunhee's lover in season 2. But he doesn't have any speaking lines. He's like the mystery bad boy musician that Sunhee's trying to figure out. Like, he's trying to investigate, but he doesn't get any lines, at least from what I remember. And yeah, it was a cute special. I think all I remember is like, I think Jodi and Kayla were trying to do something for each other for Christmas, but then like you know, it didn't work, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't work. But then eventually they gave each other something for Christmas. He wrote like a Christmas love song for Jodi, and it was, yeah, whatever. Good for y'all. And then I think Corki's dad was trying to get to know Jared, or like the other way around, like Jared was trying to get to know Corki's dad, but he was like disinterested, you know, whatever. You exist, you like my daughter, cool. Like, he just doesn't vibe with Jared, and that's so valid. Jared is annoying. I'm sorry. Jared is so annoying. Did I say Jared? I hope I didn't say Gerald. I said Jared. I meant to say Jared. Anyway, and I'll say like my favorites. I think there were 4 songs in the Christmas special. There was the Jingle Bell remix that they performed earlier on in the episode. We loved. So good. So good. Especially when the beat dropped. It was game over. And the performances ate too. Oh my god. So good. And then they performed their version of Deck the Halls. Not very memorable. It was cute. She was a cute little song. Not my favorite, but it's fine. And then there was All the Love. All the Love. We got all the love we need. That's one of their best songs. I'm not kidding. That is one of their best songs. I love their songs. This is like the ballad of... This is one of the few ballads. Make It Pop didn't do a lot of ballads, but when they did, their voices, all of the girls' voices in that song was just so beautiful. They blended so well together. Yeah, love it. Love the ad-libs in that. I love Sunhee's ad-libs. I love Jodi's ad-libs. Yeah. Like, we love. Did I give a ranking for the Christmas special? I don't think I did. The Christmas special, I would give it a 6 out of 10. A little forgettable, to be honest. A little forgettable. But the songs made it up for it, honestly. Like, I just love Make It Pop songs. Like, that's why this show is the way it is. Now, we're finally getting to season 2. I love the second season. Not just because of the songs, like, literally, when I tell you, breaking the season 2 songs was actually so hard. It was actually so hard. Like, oh, sorry, I got cut off for a second. But yeah, ranking the season 2 songs was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, because every single song I was hooked. Every single song. Like, literally all my honorable mentions are just all the songs that I love, because like they really had their A game with the songs, the choreography, the dances. Wait, they're the same thing. Anyway, but no, because you don't understand. Like season 2 songs, like, I think season 2 is the best soundtrack. It's better than season 1. Fight with your mom. Fight with your girl. Like, fight with whoever. Don't fight with me. Season 2 soundtrack of Make It Pop is so goated. It's better than season 1. It's a 10 out of 10 for sure. When it comes to the soundtrack, when it comes to the music, when it comes to production, everything, vocals, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Nobody argue with the wall. Go away. Like, you know I'm right. You know I'm right. I'm gonna get to the songs in just a second, but we're gonna set the scene what season 2 is about. So, like I said, we get introduced to Linc in the Christmas special, and now he becomes a main character of the second season. He also has his own band. He has a boy band called L3. Well, not officially yet. He tries to audition like 2 other guys for his band because he needs like a backup singer and like someone on piano, something like that. And Sunhee meets him. They do not get along at all. Those 2, they don't like each other at all. But they have to, I remember like before L3, before Linc's band, I remember like they had to form like a duo. They had to perform a couple times, you know. They had to tell each other, because both of them love performing. Both of them love being in the spotlight, and I do love when they performed We're Not the Same, but you got the game, so show me how you're gonna play. It's called No Way. We love No Way. Oh my god. And okay, season 2, like the premise of season 2, and I remember Corki builds this robot who we don't actually get to see him ever again after the second half of season 2. He's only in the first half. But his name is Chip. She builds a robot named Chip. This was like, oh my god, I think this was like pre-ChatGPT. Like, oh my gosh. This is like pre-ChatGPT. I feel like Chip was like the pre-ChatGPT for Corki. I think literally, Corki is so smart, she literally created ChatGPT with Chip. Chip was a cutie pie. But anyway, And then Jodi, if you remember, by the first season, she gets this promotion for this record deal. Sorry, she remember, she wants to be a fashion designer, right? And she meets her fashion idol, Miss K. She meets Miss K. She's like this big fashionista in the city, and she hires Corki. She hires Jodi as an intern for her fashion house, and Jodi becomes one of the lead fashion designers, which is like a big opportunity for Jodi. And yeah, it's not a paid thing because she's still in school. She's still a high school student, but it's an internship for sure, to say the least. We also get introduced to one of the other characters. His name is Alex. Alex is a really cool guy. Super like super laid back, super humble. He's a little shy at first, but like he warms up to the characters for sure. And like he's just such a lovely guy. He's a bit sassy. He's a little bit rude and sassy to Jodi when we get introduced to him, but then he becomes a really cool guy, really nice guy. And he joins Linc's band L3, and I think he's the piano player. Yeah, we love. He's played by Mickey. I remember his name, Mickey. It always stood out to me. And also, like, a little bit of lore with the actor who played Mickey. He was one of the hosts in TVO Kids. If you guys remember watching TVO Kids, like, he was he was one of the new hosts afterwards. I stopped watching out when I was like, 9-10 years old, so I wouldn't have known. Anyway, moving on to I mentioned Linc, like, you know, with the Christmas special, and like Sunhee, though their whole dynamic. I lived for every scene that those two were in. When I tell you that they were my favorite couple in the show, I am not kidding. This was enemies to lovers. If you want good enemies to lovers, watch Make It Pop season 2. Watch Make It Pop. Like, the moment when Linc gets introduced and Sunhee meets him, like, they are butting heads. They are immediately butting heads. They have to work together because, like, none of their friends want to perform again. They want to focus on their studies or whatever. They're like, okay, bet. I don't like you, but I love performance, so let's just do this together. Like, you know, they are butting heads. I cannot believe y'all slept on these two. You guys slept on Sunhee and Linc. You really did. They literally, oh my God. You guys don't understand. You don't understand. Like, if you want good enemies to lovers, especially in kids TV, watch season 2 of Make It Pop. You will get what you want. The tension that those two had. It's like the build up when they kiss. If you remember that, I remember that episode so vividly. Oh my gosh, like that's one of the best episodes of season 2. And like they were fighting throughout the entire thing, and then like they went to the back of the theater. Oh my God, when they went to the back of the theater and they were still fighting, and then Linc was giving her those eyes, like he really wanted to kiss her. I was like, hello, sir. I was like, you're giving me those eyes. And he's like, so are you. And then they kiss. And then everybody sees. They went to the back and see what's going on, and then they see it. And I was like, huh? I thought you all hated each other. But they don't. They like each other. They love each other. They're both too stubborn to admit it. But like, yeah. If you want enemies to lovers, go watch season 2 of Make It Pop. Actually, watch the entire show. Then go to season 2. Do whatever you want, honestly. Because season 2 is the best season anyway. But like, dude, you will get what you want. You want enemies to lovers? Make It Pop will give you enemies to lovers with Sunhee and Linc. Slinci. That's their ship name. I don't play about Slinci. They literally carried season 2 when it comes to love, relationship, love. Like, they were the stars. And they knew it. And we loved. We ate, we devoured, we conquered. Anyway, Anyway, so that's with Linc. You know, he was very snarky and rude and stuck up, but then he became nice at the end. Only for Sunhee, of course. Kidding. Darmala. So Darmala gets introduced in one of the early episodes of season 2. He becomes part of Linc's band. I think he's the keyboardist or the drummer. I can't remember. But he gets introduced, and he has a huge crush on Jodi. He's interested in being with Jodi, but like I think the issue was like Jodi should have set boundaries. I think she should have told Darmala that he was with I think she did. I think she told him. But still, like he didn't. I think Jodi didn't set boundaries with Darmala. Like, hey, like I have a boyfriend. I like him, and like this, I'm fine. Like we can just be friendly with each other. We can just be cordial with each other. But I'm not interested. Like, please. Like I really feel like Jodi should have said something. And yeah, it was not good on Jodi's part. I really feel like Jodi should have communicated more with her boundaries. Otherwise, like she wouldn't get into this predicament, and her relationship with Caleb would still be thriving. Those two would have had the strongest relationship if Jodi communicated more. So I didn't love Jodi on that department. I really feel like she should have communicated. I know it's a kid's show, and it adds to the drama, but I really feel like she should have been more she should have set boundaries with herself and with Darmala. Just like, actually, one more thing about Darmala. He's a nice guy, he's sweet, but honestly, I feel like he should have backed off as well. I think Darmala's also guilty of this. He should have backed off. It's one thing to have a crush on someone who's in a relationship. It's another thing to like kind of lead it on, and you're kind of guilty on that end. They're both guilty, and I feel like Darmala, not cool, man. Not cool. You knew that Jodi had a boyfriend. You knew that Jodi was not single, and you still kept flirting with her. That's not okay. That is not okay. Well, I lived for the drama. I was like 10 when that dropped, and I was like, yeah, I lived for that. You know what? Yeah, man. I'm gonna watch, even if it's problematic. I'm gonna watch. Lastly, we get to Miss Ko. Miss Ko is Jodi's boss for the fashion thing, and she honestly like kind of pissed me off, like, which is so valid because like, listen, you were the one who hired Jodi to work at your company, and then you give Jodi, this 17-year-old, how old is she? Like 15, 16? I'm gonna say she's 16. You give this 16-year-old girl like all these impossible tasks, and like, do you not understand that she's also a student? She also has assignments to complete, like homework assignments that need to be completed, and you're giving her all these tasks to do, like all these impossible tasks, and then she has homework later on that she has to submit. She was such an unreasonable boss as well. And the worst part is, in one of the episodes, and in the second half of the season, she steals Jodi's work. She takes the credit of Jodi's designs. She does everything she's being told to do by her boss. So like, she would like get credit for it, right? And then like in front of everybody, in front of the entire crowd at this fashion show, when she was promoting the fashion show for Family Week, because they were doing a Family Week storyline, Miss Ko comes up to the stage, and then she is like, this is credited for a special someone's designs, my creative designs. I was like, at the time, as a 10-year-old, I was so gagged. I was like, hello? What are you doing? Girl, like, that's how I knew, like, nah, Miss Ko was my op. She was such an op at 10 years old, because you don't do that. You don't do that to a kid. You don't do that in general to anybody. Like, she's such an op. Hate Miss Ko. So yeah, like, that's season 2, and Oh, we also get to Heather, which I mentioned in season 1. She didn't really have much to do. She was just like the stupid blonde girl. Sorry. But Heather has more of a character, and she's like more lines, more things to say in the second season, but not for the right reasons, I'd say, because she kisses Caleb. She develops a crush on Caleb, and then at the end of one of the episodes, she kisses Caleb right in front of Jodi. And then first, like, Jodi's like playing it like she's playing it cool, like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, some countries like kiss people. I'm like, girl, this girl like who bullied you last year is kissing your boyfriend right in front of you, and you're still in a relationship with Caleb. How is that okay? How is that okay? I don't care how excited she was to see Caleb. You don't do that ever. And then once they got to, because I remember there was a storyline where L3 and XOIQ was performing at this hotel or something for like a competition. They were doing like a reality show competition, and Heather was there, not as a performer, so like just to support her friends. Then she apologizes to Jodi. She's like since it sounds sincere, but also like out of fear that Jodi will like kick her butt. So I don't know, but it seems sincere. Her apology seems really sincere that she kissed. Because Jodi asked her like, "Why'd you kiss him?" She's like, "I don't know. Like, girl, you know, you like him. Just say it, bro. You do like Caleb. Otherwise, you wouldn't have kissed him like that. Like, what are you doing?" Anyway, and yeah, not Heather. I feel like Heather got off the hook way too quickly in the second season. She got off the hook way too fast. I feel like there should have been consequences for what she did, especially with Jodi. Like, she could have, like I said, Jodi has an issue with not setting boundaries. She really should have set boundaries, like in the relationship and for herself. She didn't set. I think both of them were kind of cheap. I think, like, honestly, Caleb and Jodi kind of breaking up was honestly like honestly the right thing to do. I respect the writers for not keeping them together, because like it was becoming really like toxic. There was so much miscommunication in the relationship, especially in like season 2. Like season 1, they were kind of cute. They communicated a little bit, you know what I mean? But like season 2, did I say season 1 they communicated? Yeah, I did. But in season 2, there's no communication whatsoever. There's no accountability in the relationship. Like, there's no responsibility. Like, there's no sincere apology. So like it was becoming really bad. They were both kind of cheating on each other, maybe not physically but emotionally. Like, Caleb definitely cheated on Jodi physically, and then Jodi cheated on Caleb emotionally, which is like, yeah. It's honestly, I respect the writers for breaking them up in the final episode of season 2. I think it was for the best. Obviously they love each other as friends, but like as a couple, as a duo, like there's not, no fam, nope. It's honestly a good thing, and I respect the writers for breaking them up. It was for the best. Yeah, and also shout out to Megan Lee. I put it in my notes. Shout out to Megan Lee. She's a great actress, and she played like her own twin in one of the episodes with Sun Mi. She's like the smart one of. She's like Sun He's polar opposite. You know, she's not a singer. She's a terrible singer, actually. She's like very by the book. She's very similar to Corki. She's very studious. She's very like humble. You know what I mean? You know, just grounded. You know what I mean? And but yeah, it was really cool. It reminded me a lot of Liv and Maddie. I loved Liv and Maddie as a kid, but it reminded me a lot of Liv and Maddie back when it came out. When that episode came out, I thought it was really cool. Rating. I didn't put a rating. Oh, before I get to the rating, I will get to the songs. Okay, this is it. Also, I want to mention, because I'm all over the place, Carlos Bustamante. If you're a Canadian kid who grew up in the 2010s, Carlos plays the reality show host for it. I'm like, yes. We love Carlos Bustamante. And I was so sad because he carried YTV. He was literally my childhood. He was like so many Canadian kids' childhood. And the fact that he left due to like contract reasons or whatever, that was so sad. It was so sad. I literally stopped watching YTV because he left. And I was like, no. I cannot believe it. He literally was like my childhood, and he carried YTV. Anyway, sorry. I got off track for a second. So we're going to go to the songs of season 2, as you guys have been waiting for. You guys been just watching me talk for a good like 20 minutes. But now we get to the songs. We get to the best parts. We get to the songs. Like honestly, it was so hard to do. I was stressed out. I was so stressed out because like every song of season 2 was like so good. So good. I was like, I couldn't decide. This was so hard. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm gonna get to my top 5. I think it was originally gonna be top 3, but I put like top 4. So it's gonna be like my top 4 favorite Makeup Pop season 2 songs. Number 4 is Misfits. Oh, Misfits. People say we're the misfits, but we don't care, but we like it. It's cause we like it. Sorry. We love Misfits. Oh my God, Misfits is so good. So good. Mwah. I love the choreography. I still remember the choreography to this day. Like, oh. Number 3 is We Just Fall Where Our Hearts Go. We just fall where our hearts go. Where Our Hearts Go. Like, I remember the choreography. So good. Oh, 8. Oh my God. We love Where Our Hearts Go. I love that song. And then number 2. This should have been number 1, but I have another number 1 song, but like, it is literally one of my favorite Makeup Pop songs. I'm not kidding. We're Doing It. This is one of the best songs that they've ever done. It is the production, the vocals, the dancing. Everything about this song was legendary, was so iconic. If you haven't listened to it, you are not a fan. You need to listen to it right now. Go back and re-listen to that song because you don't understand. I say a lot of things, but like, I'm telling you, We're Doing It is one of their best songs. They're like, we're doing it, we're going home, we ain't going home. If you ain't down with it, go away. Yes! Oh my God. I was obsessed with that song. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay. I got a little bit of a tangent. Sorry. And the number 1 favorite Makeup Pop song of season 2 is Tomorrow Is Ours. Oh my God. I love Tomorrow Is Ours. I love it's their ballad. I think it's one of they did a little bit more ballads in the second season than they did in the first season. And Tomorrow's Ours is my favorite ballad. It's so beautiful. So beautiful. Oh my God. Oh man, so good. Like, it's a beautiful song, honestly. And that song honestly got me through such a big like transition in my life as a 11-year-old, because like I was transitioning schools at the time and I was really sad, and like this show literally helped me go through it. Like, it's so beautiful. The lyrics are so beautiful and inspirational, and it's so real. Like, yeah, say goodbye to yesterday. The future is in store. You don't, like, the future has more in store for you. Like, yes, so good. We're Doing is my number 1 favorite Makeup Pop song of season 2, and I think Tomorrow's Ours number 2, my number 2 favorite. But I'm telling you, We're Doing It is like so damn good. So dang good, sorry. Honorable mentions. Like I said, the soundtrack of season 2 is so good. Like, it was so hard to do, like, what do you call it? a ranking. I couldn't rank because all the songs are so amazing. But I'm just gonna like just name a couple of my favorites. Like a Machine, Put It All Together. Oh, Put It All Together is so good. So good. Oh, I love that song. Listen to it. Rock the Show. Love, love, love Rock the Show. You Make It Better. Music's All I Got. Gratitude. It's another ballad that they did. Situation Wild. I like the acoustic version of Situation Wild because like on the soundtrack they have the EDM pop version, and I don't really like the EDM pop version. I like the acoustic version. I like the vocals in that more, and it sounds better acoustically. Whispers, Jump to It, Good Karma, Back to Me, No Way, the Sunhee and Linc version. The band version, I like it, but it's not my fave. Walk That Walk, specifically Sunhee's version, and Video Stars. Oh, I love Video Stars. Yeah, that's just a couple of my favorites. It was so hard to do. And then I'll also mention I Promise You That. It's an L3 song. I love I Promise You That. Oh my god. Anyway. And then a quick note. So like I said, season 2, the hair changed. Hair colors, like Jodi's hair is blue. It's a lot more blue streaks, blue hair in the second season. Because in the first season it was blue, but it had like more blue streaks. It was like her hair was brown, but then it had blue streaks and stuff like that. Season 2 hair is like definitely a lot more blue, shorter and curlier. Season 2 as well, Sunhee with the pink hair. I personally loved her pink hair. I think she looked beautiful in full on pink. And Corki's hair is not much of a difference. It is a little bit more wavier because in the first season it was a lot straighter. But in the season 2, I loved her curls. They curled her hair in the second season, and it looks so beautiful. And I think her hair is a little bit more lighter brown in the second season. She looks so gorgeous. And yeah, I think that's everything about season 2. And yeah, I think that's everything. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on season 2 and agree with me and believe that season 2 is better than season 1. And that is a fact, not an opinion. Anyway. Oh, I forgot to give my ranking for season 2. I would give this show a 9 out of 10. Like I said, I enjoyed it more than the first season. I really did. I loved the drama. I live for the drama. I love the songs. Honestly, like, the reason why it's not an 8 or an 8.5 is because of the songs, because of the soundtrack. If it wasn't for any of the songs of the season 2 soundtrack, I would have bumped it down to an 8.5 or an 8. The song saved was like the highlight of the second season for sure. Lastly, we get to the Make It Pop Summer Splash special. This was fun. This is pretty much the finale, like, of Make It Pop. I call it the Make It Pop finale because they never did a season 3. They just left it on a cliffhanger afterwards. So yeah, this is pretty much the finale of Make It Pop, but it's still a nice one. I really like the summer special. There's a lot of, I rewatched it for the video, and oh my gosh, like, for one of the scenes, it's called Summer's Here. There was clearly a green screen. Like, yeah, it's definitely made for TV. There's definitely a green screen for, that song. And the follow-up scene after that. And also, fun fact about the Summer Splash special, like, they filmed this in about 4 days, because it's just like a one episode, so it made sense. But yeah, they filmed it really quickly. Anyway, not much to say about the Summer Splash. I'll just name like the new characters, I guess, who are in the special. So there's Jessie, who's Jodi's love interest. and they like each other or whatever. He's played by Colton Stewart, who was in Some Assembly Required. If you are Canadian, then you know who he is. If you're a Canadian kid in the early 2010s, then you know who he is. You should know who he is. And yeah, he's his love interest. Not much to say about Jesse. He's a little bit of a scaredy cat. He's very awkward around Jodi, which makes sense because he likes her, but like he's not much to say about Jesse, to be honest. Martina, she's so annoying. I mean, it makes sense. Like, the girls get into some shenanigans, so it makes sense why her crash outs. Her crash outs are kind of valid, but she's also kind of, I don't like her either. You know what I mean? Like she beefs with Sunhee the most. She's very conservative and snobby. Because it's so weird that she, like, because they were told, like, remember in season 2 finale, all the girls get promoted to perform at this resort, this for youths. It's a youth resort, like specifically for teens, for young kids and teens. And like Martina's asking the girls to do like classical music. What 11-year-old kid is gonna listen to classical music? Why would they want that for a summer camp resort? They didn't come for classical music. They came to have a good time for party music. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, she's very annoying, very rude to the girls. Like, honestly, it makes sense that Sunhee, like leaving the band is a bit of a stretch, but I feel like leaving the resort, like, honestly, I would too, girl. Like, I'm not gonna come here for the disrespect. No matter how good the money is, like, I don't care. Like, I did not come to be disrespected like that. Like, especially in front of my bandmates. Like, hello? I don't know why the band is trying to, like, convince, like, Sunhee that she's being a little bit unreasonable. Like I think because they don't want to lose their job. They don't want to lose their spot, you know? Especially, like, it's this big promotion, so it makes sense. But also, like, Sunhee is right. Like, this is for they make music for, they know their demographic. Like, Sunhee and XOIQ, they know their demographic. They know what their music is catering towards. If they did classical music or any sort of other genre other than what they do, they're going to lose their followers. They're going to lose their fans. So, yeah, honestly, like, I don't blame Sunhee for wanting to leave. I don't blame. I don't know if she wanted to leave the band. I feel like I disagree with that, but I don't blame her for wanting to leave the resort at first, but then the girls convinced her to stay. Also, another thing about Martina, which I forgot to mention, she flirts with Caleb a couple times in this, which I'm like, girl, stop. Ew, you're weird. You know, Caleb's still in high school. Like, why? What are you doing? Anyway, moving on to Chachi Gonzales. If you don't know who Chachi is, neither do I, honestly. Like, I wasn't on YouTube during that time. So if you were on YouTube during 2014 to 2016, like, maybe you've heard of Chachi. Like, maybe. Like, if not, that's okay. Yeah, she's like asking, like, she keeps like pressuring the girls to like when's Make It Pop coming? Like, we don't get to see her physically. She's like only on the phone, like saying like, oh, when are they performing? You know what I mean? And then she gets introduced like at the split second at the end of the finale. Like, she's like, surprise, and then everybody gets freaked out, and then they cut to black, and that's the end of the show. And I'm like, oh my god, that was so sad. Anyway, and then we get a cameo from Jojo Siwa herself, like the icon that she is. And she was like, this was her, like, girly. You know Jojo Siwa. Everybody knows Jojo Siwa. This was before the Karma. I should have known better. Like, everybody knows. Anyway, you know, she made a cameo in the Make It Pop Summer Splash special. And yeah, I wrote down in my notes, that's how old this show is, and I 100% agree. And yeah, Summer Splash Special, I would give it a. I would give it an 8 out of 10. I liked it. I liked it. I love the songs, which I will talk about the songs in the Summer Splash Special because I love the songs. It's honestly so slept on. Like, it's actually really good. I forgot to put that in my notes, but I'll mention it now. My favorite song from the Summer Splash Special was what's it called? I was gonna say It's Gonna Be Lit. I love It's Gonna Be Lit, but no, that's not my favorite. My favorite is We Gotta Do It, Gonna Do. We Got It. It's called We Got It. We gotta do it. How we do, yeah. Like, yes. Their outfits ate. The song ate. The vibe ate. Everything about that song. I'm just like, hello? Why are you guys talking about We Got It? Huh? Like, it's so good. Oh my god. I need to know. Maybe I should go on Reddit and just see, like, if people are talking about We Got It. Because it's so good. Ugh. It's definitely top 10. Like, if I had to rank the makeup pop songs in general, it's definitely in the top 10. I don't care. And then, Gonna Be Lit is an honorable, is a second favorite. I love Gonna Be Lit. I love the outfits as well. It's very cutesy. And then my least favorite would probably have to be Summer's Here. I like the vocals. I like the vocals in that song, but it's a little too cheesy for me. It's a little bit too kiddie for me. It's a cute song, whatever, but kind of lame. It's cute though, whatever. It's very kids pop coded. I really liked in Make It Pop that they didn't. It was a kids show, but they really like made it like the songs, like the music for anybody of any age to enjoy. But this song, like, it's a little bit mediocre. Like, Summer's Here. It's a very kids showy song. But anyway, but then the other two songs, they re-sing Misfits, the summer special. It's cute, not very memorable. And then they do Skills, the remix, like an EDM remix of Skills for like when they were practicing in the practice room. It was good. That one was good too. But yeah, I think We Got It is the standout song. So good. Oh my gosh, y'all need to listen to it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the show. And then I put down in my notes the ships. So the main ships of the show, and I guess I put 2 non-canon ships, I guess. So the main ship was Jodi and Caleb, you know, and then Corki and Jared, Sunhee and Linc, Jodi and Darmala, and Corki and Alex. The reason why I put Corki and Alex is because like they were so cute together. They never ended up together. They just stayed friends. But honestly, I really wish they ended up together. I think they would have been a cute couple. And Alex is just a better guy. He's just so kind. He's just better in general. He's like so humble and just so kind to Corki. And like honestly, they would have made such a cute couple. But they never dated. They never ended up together, which I feel like they should have. Like, it was what a W. Like I don't know why she went back together with Jared. I hated the writers for that. Jared's a loser to me. And Sunhee and Linc, obviously, best couple in the show. Argue with the wall. Better than Jodi and Caleb. Better than Corki and Jared. They were their own couple. And I love that they weren't paired with anybody else in the show. I feel like they were, like, the writers knew, like, just introducing the Linc, which just was... The writers introducing Linc in their show was the best thing that they ever did. And I love that there was no love triangle between those two. Like, they were just supposed to be together as one item. And they were a power couple, as the show said. They are a power couple. And I love that Sunhee wasn't shipped with anybody in the show. Neither was Linc. And they just came together. I feel like it was meant to happen. It was just meant to be. They were just meant to be lovers. And then Jodi and Darmala, I Jodi and Darmala, to be honest. I really don't like what Jodi did. Like, there was a big downfall with Jodi's character when it came to the relationships, at least. I think with other things in general, I think Jodi was fine, but I think, like, when it came to the relationships that she had, like, with Caleb and in general, like, I feel like she really should have, like, she really should have said something. She really should have communicated more in the relationship, and yeah, it was just bad. It was just really bad on her end, and Darla should have stepped away. I really wish he didn't get any speaking lines. It was just like, oh my god, stop, please stop. And then there's also Heather and Caleb. I forgot to mention. Don't like them either, to be honest. Heather, yeah. I don't know why you did that, girl. I feel like she got off the hook way too quickly, and that was horrendous. Like, she got off the hook way too fast. I'm like, no, you don't do that. And Caleb should have like told her to back off, because he was also falling for Heather as well. I don't like those two. Is that it? I think, yeah, Corki now. Yeah, they're my favorite non-canon ship. And I don't like Caleb and Heather. Sunny and Linc are the best ship. They are the best ship. Corki and Jared, don't like them, but I don't know why she ended up, like I said, I don't know why she went back together with Jared. I don't like them together. And Jodi and Caleb were boring. Anyway, okay, so fun facts about the show, because I think that this is, like, important if you care. Stick around. I'll put timestamps on this video if you are interested in the fun facts, but I'm going to mention them. Larissa Tronco, who played Jodi Mappa, was the oldest in the main cast. I think she was around 22 at the time of filming Make It Pop, and then Megan Lee, who played Sun Hee, was like around 19, 20. And then Corki was like a baby. Erica Tam, who played Corki, she was the youngest, as well as Dale Whipley. Dale Whipley and Erica Tam were the two youngest in the cast, because they were born the same year. And I think they were around 15, 16 at the time of filming, and then Jodi was like, so Larissa was pretty much like the mom of the cast, I think. And so yeah, another fun fact about Make It Pop was Megan Lee, who played Sun Hee, and Larissa Tronco, who played Jodi, actually did dye their hair for the second season, which I think is really, really cool. Dale Whipley, who played Caleb, never sings once in the show. I picked up on that. He never sings. He never raps. He's more of like the DJ Khaled, because he says like a couple words in the songs, but he never sings. He never raps. He never dances at all. He's just the beats guy. He's just the composer, which honestly, he had an assignment to do, and he did it. You know, that's fine. He doesn't have to be good at everything. And honestly, it was a smart choice in the writers to not make him sing or dance. I feel like that would have kind of killed the vibe of the show for me if they actually made him do that. The show leaves on a cliffhanger after the summer show. I already mentioned this. They never did a season 3, and I'm forever bitter about that. So, and Make It Pop appears on a TV show at the time called The Other Kingdom. I never watched a single episode of that show. I tried to find it so I can watch Make It Pop be on that show, but I couldn't find it anywhere. If you guys know where I can watch The Other Kingdom, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know where I can find like a couple episodes, and to find where Make It Pop is featured in the episode. And yeah, I already mentioned this. The cast filmed the entire Make It Pop summer special along with 5 music videos in just 4.5 days. The intense schedule showcased the team's dedication and efficiency. Super good. I think the writers knew they weren't gonna get picked up for our season 3. So I think like it doesn't feel like a finale. Actually, it kind of feels like a finale, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like a finale because they leave it on a cliffhanger. And the other fun fact is, apart from Caleb and the side characters, most of Make It Pop's characters was an all Asian American cast, which is pretty cool. Except for the principal, Mr. Stark, and Caleb, they're all other races, but the rest of the cast of Make It Pop, including the season 2 characters, they're all Asian, which is really sick, really, really cool. And I really wanted to give a quick shout out because I picked up on it. I've seen every single episode and I've watched every single song of Make It Pop, and I picked up on the dancers. Those guys, they don't have a speaking role in the entirety of the show. They don't have a speaking role. They're not, but they don't have cameos at all, but they are in the performances of Make It Pop. The Make It Pop performances and the Make It Pop, like whenever the characters would go in their dream sequences, they would always be there. And I have to give a shout out, like, because those guys were the standout. They really like helped make the show what it was. So I have to I'm gonna give a shout out to their names. If you guys are watching this, hi, I'm Khadija. I love you guys. Tanya Karn, Christina De La Cruz, Christopher Grisella, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Corey Goriewicz, sorry again, Castle Rock, Amanda Mae Wilson, and Michael Schitzbach. These guys, while they never had any speaking roles, played a crucial role in bringing the show's musical elements to life, complementing the main cast performances with their energetic and synchronized routines. We love you guys. And shout out to the music composer. Shout out to the costume designer. Don't know your name, but love you. Shout out to the composer who wrote all the songs for the show, and like the composer who made all of the beats, everything. Yeah, this show. So overall thoughts on the show, and also like why I love this show. Like I said, I was a kid. I love music. I loved musical shows. I grew up literally watching Victorious, and like, you know, Drake and Josh. It's not a musical show, but Drake is a musician, so it had some music in it. Like, I just love shows in general with music in it, and like I just love to sing. I just love to dance. I just loved it. So like honestly, watching Make It Pop like didn't feel super like surprising for me. Like, it was totally in my comfort zone, and like I was just super into it. I just love girly stuff. I was such a girl as a kid. I am a girl, but still, like, you know, I was such a girly girl, whatever. Yeah, there was a like K-pop influences. Like I said, I didn't know K-pop like that. I was young, you know what I mean? I didn't really, at the time, I was like really stubborn, so I didn't really like listening to songs in other languages. But now, you know, as a 20-year-old, like I love K-pop now. I'm a huge BTS fan. Shout out to the ARMYs if you're watching this. I love y'all. We love BTS. And yeah, like, yeah, I just really, really had fun with Make It Pop. I just loved it at the time. So it was super creative. It's so fun. It was just we love. And yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. This video is almost 2 hours long, so lots of editing to do. Fun. But I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I like rambled all the time, but I did have notes to help me out, like get my thoughts across. But yeah, like it was so fun. I really wanted to make this video. I've always wanted to make a Make It Pop video. And yeah, it was so fun. I love this show so much, and I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you like what you see, give this video a big thumbs up. Put it in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments below your favorite Make It Pop song, your favorite character, your favorite ship, which we all know it's Sunhee and Linc, but if you like someone else together, okay. What you liked about the show, what you didn't like about the show. Are you sad that the show got canceled after the Summer Splash special like I did? Like tell me all the tea, everything. Put it in the comments down below. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in a future video, whenever that is. But put your suggestions. I'm open to any video suggestion that you guys want me to make. I can do like ranking videos of something. Like, it's up to you guys. Like, you guys are you guys have my full control. Like, you guys have full creative freedom. Like, I'm happy to do what you guys want me to do. with there are restrictions though. I won't do everything just for my well-being. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. We love Make It Pop. We love Make It Pop. If you're a Make It Pop fan, you know why you're watching this video. But if you are educated on Make It Pop, if you've never heard of Make It Pop and you just like to see me, a total stranger on the internet, talking about Make It Pop that came out 10 years ago, that's great too. Thank you for watching. Taking the time to if this stumbles upon your YouTube algorithm, give this video a like, and yeah, really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and take care. Have a great rest of your day or night wherever you're watching this, and yeah, I'll see you soon in another video. Bye.